What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out every joke that King Charles cracked on his recent visit to the US, including Churchill's naked blunder, whatever that means. I have no idea, but it sounds interesting.
As you guys probably remember, we recently reacted to his speech to Congress here during his visit. And we were really surprised by how funny he was.
He was.
In that speech. Like, everything about the speech surprised us.
Yeah, not only was it funny, but it was really, really good. And it was very unifying. And I know there were some subtle jabs in there, but overall, I felt like it did a really good job of bringing people together. It wasn't a divisive speech. It was actually a really, really good speech. Both sides of the House actually were in unison, and that's something you really don't see very often.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciated his speech. And a lot of people in the comments have not only suggested we check out the speech from the state dinner, but also suggested we check out jokes. And so today we're going to be checking out all his jokes, I believe. It says every joke. But looking at this, I think this is the state dinner. This is definitely not what we saw.
No.
So I have no idea where all he was when he was cracking these jokes. But I guess we're going to find out. Enough rambling, guys. Let's go and jump in here and check out every joke that King Charles cracked on his recent visit to the U.S.
Indeed, you recently commented, Mr. President, that if it were not for the United States, European countries would be speaking German. Dare I say that if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking French.
Oh my gosh. You gotta hit pause already. I'm sorry to pause it.
I'm cringing, guys.
Yeah, that was super. He said that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh. Sorry.
That was cringing. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I don't believe that.
I don't either.
I don't support that statement, honestly. But yeah, what can you say? Oh my goodness. Yeah.
His response was very tactful and funny. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Did you see the glance?
Yeah.
And if I may say so, it is a particular pleasure to be back in this wonderful building, the heart of your democracy. On this occasion, I cannot help noticing the readjustments to the East Wing, Mr. President. Following your visit to Windsor Castle last year. And I'm sorry to say that we British, of course, made our own small attempt at real estate redevelopment of the White House in 1814. My mother's first Prime Minister, Sir Winston Churchill, understood this so well. But then he himself was half American, a tradition of shared transatlantic heritage which I am pleased to say is alive and well in the White House today. Indeed, such was the closeness that Sir Winston, while staying here in the White House, in those rooms you showed us upstairs, emerged naked from the bathtub to discover the door opening as President Roosevelt came in for a chat. With rapier wit, the president cast aside any embarrassment by declaring that the Prime Minister has nothing to conceal from the President of the United States. Of course, my late mother met no fewer than 13 serving presidents, thankfully all of them fully clothed. For all of that time, our destinies as nations have been interlinked. As Oscar Wilde said, we have really everything in common with America nowadays, except, of course, language.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one. So
many miracles of the modern world have been and still are invented in America. Indeed, we have followed the voyage of Artemis II, or Artemis II, as my family and I might like to call her, with close attention. Now, I know you have big plans for the moon, Mr. President, but I've actually checked the papers, and I rather suspect it is already part of the Commonwealth, I'm afraid. Now, as you may know, when I address my own Parliament at Westminster, we still follow an age-old tradition and take a member of Parliament hostage, holding him or her at Buckingham Palace until I am safely returned. These days, we look after our guests rather well, to the point that they often do not want to leave. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, if there were any volunteers for that role here today. This is a city which symbolizes a period in our shared history, or what Charles Dickens might have called a tale of two Georges.
I liked that. That was
The first president, George Washington, and my 5 times great-grandfather, King George III. King George, as you know, never set foot in America, and please rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, I am not here as part of some cunning rearguard action. The founding fathers were bold and imaginative rebels with a cause. 250 years ago, or as we say in the United Kingdom, just the other day.
just the other day.
That is so true based off of comments.
I know.
When we talked about like time
like,
periods in history, definitely can feel a little bit of that vibe coming in.
100 years ago feels like so long ago to us.
Yeah.
And you guys are always like, that's nothing.
Yeah, I know. When you're seeing things that are like 1,000 years old, you know, that kind of makes sense. On a regular basis. Yeah, very true.
They declared independence. And in sport, in just a few weeks, the United States and Canada will be among those to welcome the world as hosts of the FIFA World Cup. So in one sense, Mr. President, as heads of state, we are joint hosts. We call this game, by the way, football, Mr. President. And I can only say, as the head of state of 5 competing countries, I will be watching the matches closely and with great enthusiasm. After all, we always like favourable odds. Thank you, Mr. President and Mrs. Trump, for your splendid dinner this evening, which, may I say, is a very considerable improvement on the Boston Tea Party. So, as the words of that famous anthem remind us, this is the land of the free and home of the brave, as your own response demonstrates. What used to be called in the last war in the United Kingdom, keep calm and carry on. And my family's history remains reflected in your maps, which read rather like our Christmas card list across the ages. North and South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and the cities of Charleston, a particular favorite of mine, obviously, Georgetown, and for that matter, Georgia, Annapolis, as you mentioned, and further favorites, Prince William County and Williamsburg. This said, our French friends can feel equally at home with a glance at a map. Indeed, you recently commented, Mr. President, that if it were not for the United States, European countries would be speaking German.
Oh, not this again.
Again?
I say that if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking French. And speaking of submarine alliances, there was one particular AUKUS predecessor launched from a UK shipyard in 1944 that served for the majority of her life attached to the 4th Submarine Squadron in Australia, playing a critical role during the war in the Pacific. Her name? HMS Trump. So tonight, Mr. President, I'm delighted to present to you, as a personal gift, the original bell which hung on the conning tower of your valiant namesake.
Wow.
May it stand as a testimony to our nation's shared history and shining future. And should you ever need to get hold of us, or just give us a ring.
Oh, man. Okay. He is surprisingly funny.
Yeah.
You know, like when you think, at least coming from a standpoint of we never having much, you know, to do with any kings or queens, we've never really, up until the last couple of years, looking into your royal family here or there, mostly the queen, you know, like it's just something you think of from afar and it's like you expect them to be very stodgy.
Almost somber, like just very serious.
Yeah, but he has a good sense of humor.
When we first reacted to his speech at the Congress get together, whatever it was, that was the first time I'd ever really heard him speak at length, other than a few words.
Yeah, I had heard him speak a little bit, but nothing that long. That was the first time, and like we said, that was very impressive.
Yeah,
this was very lighthearted. I really enjoyed this. I literally could have listened to him for a really long time.
I could have too.
Yeah.
He's entertaining.
And now listen to the different jokes here and listen to a whole speech he made. He is a very good orator. Or how do you say that? I can't even pronounce it.
Orator.
Orator.
I've never heard it pronounced. So
orator, speaker.
Yeah.
We'll say speaker, yes. But guys, awesome. Let us know in the comments what you think we should check out next from King Charles, the royal family or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for us today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey. Until next time, peace.
Bye.